Closest Electoral College wins by U.S. presidents. 1824 John Quincy Adams lost the popular vote to Andrew Jackson with no clear winner in the Electoral College, where Jackson had the most votes as well. The election would go to the House of Representatives, where the third candidate with the most votes, Henry Clay, would throw his support behind Adams, giving him the win. John Quincy Adams won with 32.2% of Electoral College votes. 1876 Rutherford B. Hayes beat his opponent Samuel J. Tilden with 50.1% of the electoral vote. In 2000 the vote was so close and so many states' recounts were automatically triggered. The Florida election counts were contested and vote recounts in agreed-upon districts in the state were done. Voter intent on many ballots was difficult to determine, leading to the term hanging chad becoming a symbol of the election. Unfortunately, the count could not be completed before certification. The Supreme Court would decide that the counting must stop in Florida, thus giving the election to George W. Bush in his first election. Bush would win with 50.4% of the vote. 1796 John Adams would defeat Thomas Jefferson with 51.4% of the electoral vote. It would be the first election that would rely on political parties. Adams a Federalist and Jefferson a Democratic Republican. 1916 Woodrow Wilson's second term, he would defeat his opponent Charles Hughes with a very slim margin, 52.2%. 1800 in Thomas Jefferson's second campaign against John Adams, he would prevail with 52.9% in the Electoral College. 2004 George W. Bush would find himself in a contentious election in his second term against his opponent John Kerry. He would prevail, winning the election with 53.2% of the electoral votes. 1884 Grover Cleveland would win a tight election with 54.6% of the Electoral College. He would be the first Democratic president to win after the Civil War. He would lose re-election in 1888 but come back to win election in 1892. 1976 Jimmy Carter would win a slim margin in his first election against Gerald Ford by 55.2%. Unfortunately, he would lose overwhelmingly against Ronald Reagan, who would go on to win the presidency by one of the largest margins in history so far. 1968 Richard Nixon would win his first election against Hubert Humphrey by 55.9%. Lyndon Johnson had decided not to run for re-election due to the negative mood in the country about the Vietnam War. That mood would impact Humphrey's chances as the vice president to Lyndon Johnson at the time of the election. In the current polarized political climate in the country, landslides are almost impossible. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.